tried to say anything but the truth. There is God, and God is. I heard his voice, and he said, love on earth must be.
It's called a distinctive sound. Again, here's Love.
Love was unique.
Love is everybody's group.
Everybody would look at Love and they would see something special.
We hoped to be as big as Love.
We were the best band in Hollywood.
Each member had his own little fan base.
They were the ones that got the first album out and got the recognition.
Love took it to another dimension.
We were a part of something that we thought was going to change the world.
There's no reason why this group should not have gone all the way.
So it just happened that it ended after 3 albums. But we had a great time together.
There's this legend of Love and the legend of Arthur Lee.
He's phenomenal.
He was a very unique individual.
I've had a lot of fun, man. Whatever you decipher that that's Arthur Lee, you're wrong.
There'll never be another Arthur Lee, ever.
Here we've got a psychedelic black man.
Jimi Hendrix stole my dresser top, mate. I don't appreciate that shit.
He should be a poet laureate for this country.
I pick subjects that happen every day. War, death, man and woman getting along, whatever.
He can just do anything with his voice.
I'm not denying anything, man.
He can do it all.
When he really wants to. He's the greatest performer in the world, and I'll say that over Mick Jagger, anybody.
My goal for my music was always timelessness.
Brian was a great songwriter.
Brian went places a little bit more romantic and melancholy than Arthur would go.
There was a tremendous competitive edge between Arthur and Brian.
Great creative relationships are people rubbing up against each other and in that process going much further than they could ever go by themselves.
Neither Arthur or I were as good apart as we were together.
I'm not so sure that either really appreciated or fully understood what the other offered.
It was just a bizarre thing, this group all living in this big, huge castle.
My band and I were like a family. We used to roller skate all around here.
All kinds of debauchery went on in there.
It was a fun house, a party house, 24/7.
I found out that everybody was Love.
You get a naked chick in the bedroom damn near every time.
Anything you can imagine that would happen at the Playboy Mansion happened at the castle.
We never locked the doors. Quite different these days. Enter at your own risk. You get out, you get out.
Love's music exposed the dark underbelly of paranoia, and it's not all peace and love.
This country was changing. The civil rights movement was happening.
The United States of America in 1968 was a land in torment and chaos.
And believe me, it was running through everybody's head about getting shipped off and get killed.
I was convinced I died.
Every time you turn on the TV, it's the war in Vietnam. I call my mother, I say, hey, mother, just shut my television.
As long as we stayed here, everything was okay. We were safe. But when we left, that's when the real world crept in.
I was kind of spaced in those days.
We were not available to the public.
Sometimes if the green signal didn't wink at me, I wouldn't go to work.
It never had occurred to me that a band that had played so energetically in Los Angeles would not go outside of Los Angeles.
I was afraid to go somewhere else.
Arthur didn't want to leave town. He was too comfortable.
I didn't know how it would be received. I know I had it sewed up here.
There's times to play ball. You've got chances to do tours with major people, TV shows and spots, and if it wasn't top billing, you just turned it down flat. You listen to it, you hear it, take it or leave it.
The world keeps changing, and I just happened to make an album called Forever Changes.
Just a gorgeous record.
It was so unexpected from the band. No LA band had done this.
When I heard it in the studio, full-blown with the orchestra and everything, it just really knocked me out.
Go and listen to Forever Changes, man, because that album absolutely changed my life.
Nobody has written songs before or since with those lyrics, those chord structures, those melodies.
It's a gem from back there that's going to go on and on.
That record was their apotheosis.
It's a masterpiece.
Best album of all time from Parliament. They actually got down on their knees with suits and ties and bowed down to me.
There was a lot of reasons why that album should never have even been finished.
When you're at the crossroads, sometimes you go on the wrong path.
The more successful you get, the more you start picking at each other.
I knew what needed to be done in what I was doing, but could these guys keep up with that?
As far as for the name of the group, I thought it was the most inappropriate name I could imagine.
I don't hate any man or any color on this earth. You know, don't fuck with me.
I was so screwed up in the head. I wasn't capable of doing anything.
It was obvious that they wouldn't be there at the end of the album.
The drugs were there, people around us were bringing the drugs to us, and we used the drugs.
Pretty soon, you chase the dragon until the dragon catches you.
How are you gonna play in the studio when I have to shake you and wake you up?
I fired the band, and there were tears on their face.
Something that you'd worked so hard and so long for, and now you see it just leaving, and you can't do anything about it.
We all knew that we could do it. We just needed another chance.
And so the story ends.
I went that way and they went that way. And the band went that way.
Nothing lasts forever. And my group is a part of nothing, I guess.
Music is a very special gift, and if you don't devote yourself to it, then it will definitely leave you.
They have a new slavery now. It's called the penitentiary.
If Arthur's ever down, he's not down for long.
When you drop out and drop in and drop out and drop by, you know, it's kind of hard. But then when your record gets rated over the Beatles and the Stones and everybody, then you realize, wow, your work wasn't in vain.
I keep thinking it's over, and it keeps resurrecting.
There's some sort of magic in that music.
And it was so ahead of its time. It's just ageless.
Maybe one day they'll listen to the words and find out that that's what they're living.
He had something to say, and it resonated, and it still resonates.
The Hall of Fame and all that. I'm still waiting for that day. A little later, Gator.